Alright.
This is gonna be fun.
This is gonna be fun. It's a tradition to finish up the vapes before we start filming.
We gotta clip some clouds.
Unfortunately, it's just tradition to cut the first 2 to 3 minutes off of our videos.
Take this, yes.
Here's my plot, okay?
No.
I'm gonna get Corona.
Okay.
Then when Corona 2 Electric Boogaloo comes in 3 months,
Yes.
because all the boomers start going to bars again, because they're
Yes.
I'm gonna go and cough on all of them intentionally.
Hey,
Right, okay.
Macarena.
Follow me so far? I want to crash the housing market so that I can actually afford a house in my lifetime instead of having to pay 250 grand.
Here's
for
what we should do.
150
We should
square foot
fucking
shack in
kill all the
woods.
boomers, dude. I'm gonna
That's
kill
exactly
the
what
next
I'm
boomer I
saying. Fuck
see.
boomers.
Start coughing on them and shit.
How mad would you be if I left this all in?
I don't
I don't
give a
care. It'd be
fuck.
funny.
Hello, I'm Nostalgia Critic. I remember it, so you don't have to. And say, have you ever seen season 5 of the Nostalgia Critic? Well, we have. And today, no wait, never mind. Say, what's that? Who's interrupting my review Nostalgia Critic season 5?
Hi, it's me, Grant, the hired fan.
Grant the Hermaphrodite. Why do you have a penis and a vagina?
That's not what that is.
You're a
Stop it.
hermaphrodite. That means you have. The first video, the best Nostalgia Critic video of season 5 is.
What is it, Connor?
Ponyo.
Aiden.
I think it's called
崖の上の
Ponyo. Why is it Ponyo that's at the fucking top?
I have no idea.
This season was a
Dude,
goddamn
Ponyo
trailer.
is not
Ponyo
that
episode
good.
was the most boring bullshit ever.
So
Yeah,
that's
and it's still-
that's what
Why is it
sets
on
the
top?
bar.
It's because Aiden just kept tossing shit in randomly. He didn't care enough because he's sitting on his phone this whole season. Me personally, I sat through every fucking
Dude,
episode
Ponyo
and
is
I
way better.
watched with attention.
Ponyo, are you disagreeing? What
Ponyo
would you
can
put at the
suck
top?
my dick.
So Ponyo is a con episode.
Honestly, you want to know what I
Ponyo
would
is
put
a
on top?
fucking convention episode.
Some of the
Star
con
Trek
episodes.
with Angry Joe.
Let's talk about that when we talk about.
Let's talk about Ponyo.
Let's talk about Ponyo.
Ponyo. We'll dial it back.
So it's a con episode, and for season 5, for some reason, there's a shit ton of con episodes.
I think there's 4 or 5 of them.
There's at least 5.
There has to be.
Because the end
At
of Star
least
Trek,
5.
Ponyo, the
Yep.
one that we just watched,
Yep. And then we watched 2 con episodes today.
then whatever came
There's
before
like
that
4 or
one.
5.
But there's quite a
You
bit.
gotta
It's
be at
obvious
least 4.
this is the season Doug phoned in. I think about
The
halfway
final
through this season he came up. This is the final season of
Okay.
Nostalgia Critic,
Why-
except for the other 7.
Why was this supposed to be the final season?
Because he got fucking bored of it and thought he
I'm a
could do
real
better.
baby.
The thing is, yeah.
Ponyo
We'll get
also
back
has
to
a
it.
number of guest stars.
Yeah,
Little Karibo of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged fame.
you know him.
The guy who plays Ring-a-Bell in Bravely Default.
He for some reason showed up in a hotel
He
room
was
at a
there.
con.
And also someone named Uncle Yo. I looked into Uncle Yo. He is a failed stand-up comedian who was with Channel Awesome for like 3 weeks. That's his career. That's it. That's the done of it. That's it.
This is us setting the bar.
That's his
This-
whole life. This
this-
is the best one of the season. It's all
Yeah.
downhill from here.
Yeah.
Dude, Ponyo was so bad. There wasn't even a single episode in the season that was good. I'm way more drunk than I've ever been in a Doug video. This is a record.
This is a mess.
All right. What is number 2?
Richie Rich was number 2 for some reason. Richie fucking Rich.
The description of Richie Rich says short.
So Connor, what was number 3?
No,
Look, I don't remember Richie Rich's Doug review.
Richie Rich was
But I
good
do
because it was
remember
only like
watching
15 minutes
Richie Rich
long.
on TNT one time in like 2004.
Okay, and
And at the age of under 10, I thought it was a good movie. I'm pretty sure Richie Rich had a Burger King in his house. I don't know why Doug.
no, it was a
didn't comment.
McDonald's. He
It
did
was a
comment.
McDonald's.
Right. Oh, he did.
But yes, the Richie Rich video was only like
I do
15
remember the
minutes
part where
long.
Richie
It's
Rich
short.
is like, I got a McDonald's in my house. It's like, bitch, you could have a private fucking chef and your dumb ass wants to pay for McDonald's?
Number 3 is Thomas and the Magical Railroad.
It's Thomas the fucking Tank! Let's take a look.
Why did we put that as number 3?
Connor laughed at it while we were watching it, which is very rare occurrence for these videos.
What did you laugh at? Do you even remember? That was like forever ago. It was a week.
And then the sparkle, sparkle, sparkle joke.
Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. Hey! Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle! Fuck yeah! Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. Woo! Yeah!
Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.
Fuck yeah! Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle! Ah! But Baldwin just started shouting gold, Dustin! Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle! Hey! Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle! Oh yeah, good point. I'm the nostalgia critic guy, remember? So sparkle, you don't have to. Sparkle, yeah! Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle! Sparkle, sparkle, man! Sparkle, sparkle!
The sparkle, sparkle, sparkle joke was apparently almost funny.
It just kept reoccurring.
Funny enough to note.
I
Or
do.
bad enough to note.
I think it's more, we rank these by the movies. We didn't rank them by the Doug because
No.
we weren't watching Doug. Because all he does is narrate, summarize the plot.
Doug is never funny. Let's be honest. He might get a chuckle or two out of me every season. And you know what? That's pathetic considering I have to watch 15 hours of Doug for 2 laughs. But the better the movie, not even the better. Like, I don't care about a quality movie because the most quality movies can be boring. Probably the best movie he reviewed this season was Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something better, but Temple of Doom was most likely
Star
the
Trek
highest.
2, maybe?
He didn't review 2.
Oh no, he didn't.
He
He did
reviewed
all
every other
episodes.
movie. So what my theory is,
We'll get to that.
it's the movie that can come up with the funniest, most entertaining clips. The worst Doug episodes are Doug episodes where the movie's so boring, Doug has nothing to say of note at all, and there's no entertaining clips.
Yeah,
That's the
very
thing,
true,
is half the time what ranks
That's very
higher is episodes where Doug has entertaining clips to show us, and where Doug isn't overtly cringe.
Actually, that's pretty true, because, like, all the ones that we've ranked highly before, like Moonwalker and stuff, are just funny because of the clips, not because
Well,
of Doug.
Moonwalker had such low-hanging fruit thing. Doug actually made a good amount, like, probably made me laugh 2 or 3 times in one video. Moonraker was some kind of miracle of Doug, which he's never come close to before or since.
Yeah.
Well, it's boring because he didn't have anything to say about any of these fucking things.
He never does.
But let's move on. We can talk more about this later.
Sparkle, sparkle,
Next
sparkle.
up is top 11 Simpsons episodes.
We laughed at, not at Doug, but at Simpsons, because it was good Simpsons episodes.
I like good Simpsons. So
The-
he had
literally-
entertaining enough clips where I look up and I'd say, oh, that was actually a great
I
clip in
laughed
the
more at
Simpsons.
this episode than the rest of the season combined. Not because of Doug, but because he put funny Simpson clips in it.
It's true.
It was a funny Simpsons
that's it.
clip comp where Doug was like, that was funny!
There is no doubt about it. The Simpsons has defined a generation of humor.
True.
Yeah.
That's it.
Also, there was bad commercial breaks in every single episode of season 5.
I think the only nitpick I have is that while they did connect a lot of the stories together, they never did connect it through the commercial interruptions. And it really annoys me because it's like the commercials just get in the way of every thing.
No,
tried
it's
to get
not every
creative with
episode. It's not every episode.
It
Because it
was
started like
basically-
halfway through.
Well, the thing is, he tried to
And
get
then-
creative with it, and then every single one, it
Well,
fails
okay.
to line up
The
with
thing
the
is,
commercial.
he started doing it halfway through the episode, through the season, which makes it even more jarring. But he had his commercial breaks planned for Blip TV, where they'd come between uploads, because there was like some sort of
You'd
like
have to do like
15-minute upload or something. And then when he re-uploaded them to YouTube, he was too lazy to go through and search for his planned commercial breaks, so he just threw in 2 mid-rolls at random points. Like I assume the 1/3 and 2/3.
It's probably
points.
whatever
Yeah.
the standard mid rolls
Whatever the
are.
standard mid-rolls are.
He probably
And
clicked
so
mid-roll,
his-
okay.
So he'll make a joke, he'll be like, now you're gonna have to watch a commercial! And then the screen goes black for 2 seconds, and then 3 minutes later a commercial plays.
It's just bad timing.
It was pretty sad.
and it continues, and
It
it,
was
just
pretty
stays bad.
It doesn't go away, it's every episode.
so bad. Next up, who's introducing what?
That's you.
It's your turn, bud.
Number 5 was Jack.
Oh.
It was Robin Robin Williams doing the Robin Williams
He was
thing.
pretending to be a little child.
And at the end, Doug makes a school shooter joke almost.
Maybe it needs a killing spree. I mean, you know, a baptism at the end of Godfather isn't particularly dramatic, but with a bunch of people being gunned down, it suddenly seems really heavy. Let's try. Let's see if the scene works better with a killing spree.
I want to be just like my best friend when I grow up. He's like the perfect grown-up. Because on the inside, he's still just a kid. It's like he's looking at everything for the first time. And I wish I could be a great friend. More than most people wish they could.
No, it still sucks.
Right. Doug comes so close to doing a school shooter joke, he probably fucking filmed it. It came so dangerously close, and then he was like, Robin Williams shoots random people, but it's like, you know what you meant. You meant Robin Williams shoots elementary school children. Robin Williams makes them fucking pay for being children.
There were no other notes. We just said the school shooting joke.
Doug
That's what made it.
Walker
That's all. I mean,
did
that's all it
his
needs to be.
school
sometimes you
shooting
just
joke.
need one funny thing that saves the episode.
It's true.
Right, the
And
fact
that's
that-
why it's number 5.
I would say the fact that Doug Walker almost did the school shooting joke but pussied out, but you know that's what was the original
He's
plan.
probably thinking about it.
It came close. It was like, it kind of sucks that Doug Walker lost some balls, because you know if he pulled some Ernest Saves Christmas type of shit where Doug Walker said,
Drops the gamer
you
word.
know, and
The
bleep
gamer
this out
word.
please, but he says the gamer word, then
I'm gonna
mouth.
put the gain on like 50. You know the word. The gamer word.
Number 6 is the top 11 most awesome movie themes.
And then he
It's
cheats.
yet another top 11 list where he talks about movie themes. And it's not all that bad, but he cheats a bunch in it. He throws in a bunch of themes that were ripped from TV shows and games.
He also did the Conan,
And then
which was
in the Conan one, he's like, this isn't actually the theme song. It's just a song I really like.
Believe it or not, I'm not talking about the main theme, though that's pretty cool too. I'm referring to the track called Riders of Doom.
Like he just wanted to talk about the fucking song, but he didn't have a
Here's the
better
thing.
place to put
Also,
the
I was a
fucking...
little
Every
annoyed
time
when
he
he
cheats,
put.
he says the same thing. He's like, okay, I know it's not really blank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also got kind of
And
annoyed
then-
when he paired Back to the Future or fucking Indiana Jones and Superman theme songs together because
They sound a little
him
bit
and his
alike.
ass friends
I
couldn't tell the
don't
difference
understand
apparently.
But then the other thing is, he pairs them up, but then he talks exclusively about the Indiana Jones theme, and then at the end of the Indiana Jones one, he's like, and the Superman one is okay.
We couldn't sing the Superman and Indiana Jones song at the same time.
His transitions between spots on the list are really horrible because it's just Doug screaming like, music, music!
Sit back and enjoy the top 11 most fuck yeah movie themes.
Finally, this is one of, if not the first
Oh my
episode
God.
where Doug actually remembered to put muzzle flare on his guns instead of just white flashes.
He put some muzzle flash in for the first time, and
But-
it is revolutionary.
Oh, you're gonna shoot me? What's the nice gun you got there? Oh, you want something? You want that?
In exchange for having muzzle flash, he forgot to put the Channel Awesome website link at the bottom of his video for 2 videos in a row, and then he remembered, and he started putting it back in again.
And then he
It's
forgot
really
again.
weird.
At the end, he forgot.
He
again.
kind of just like switched back and forth. He was like, okay, this episode will have it, and then next one he's like,
I feel like that's something he usually puts at the end, but he just keeps forgetting, and he just
he was
doesn't
just trying to
care.
rush this season out to get to demo reel, and he
Yes.
kept forgetting to put it.
That's what it is, but whatever, we'll get on to that. Alright, next up is Dunston Checks In.
I barely remember.
Our
that.
note says Doug thinks blanks are monkeys, rap music, molestation, wanting animals to die on screen, and wanting to kill children.
I looked down and it just says the gamer word. Doug thinks.
He started playing rap music and saying Dunston should be a rapper. How am I not supposed to take that racially? Dunston's a fucking monkey.
Yeah, yo, monkey in the house. Fucking A. I wouldn't expect this movie to do anything different that wasn't anything different. Yup, they're doing the monkey in the bed routine. Monkeys aren't funny. Oh, you touched me there, doctor.
He was like,
Monkey
how come
Box
people
1.
aren't getting hurt in this slapstick comedy? I want to see that kid die on screen. Crap like that. He'd be like, I want to see him decapitate the monkey.
You know what would have been really funny? If he did something funny.
So what's next on our list, Grant?
For some
What's
reason,
next on our list, Grant Newkirk?
the Santa
Grant
Claus.
Newkirk is gay.
Santa Claus the movie. You to get less drunk.
I would really prefer if you would be quiet.
How did that get so high?
Because it was the first one we watched.
Because Aiden, you were just slotting shit in the whole time.
No, I wasn't. We agreed on
You'd be
him.
like,
Oh,
let's
yeah, we all
start
voted
from
on every episode. What are you
No,
talking
half
about?
the time Grant would be like, put it over Star Trek or put it under Star
Yeah,
Trek.
because Star Trek
Then
counts
you'd be
as
like,
one
Dunston
thing.
Checks In, it's definitely worse than that. Then you put it way fucking at
I would not.
40.
I was not going up.
Dude,
my
how the
opinion.
fuck was Santa Claus the most boring episode of this goddamn season?
It was better, less boring than Star Trek.
You know what? My theory is that
I tried to fight
since
for
we
it.
watched Santa Claus at the start, we forgot it and just assumed it was better than it was.
No,
'Cause
I didn't
probably-
forget. It was boring as shit.
Probably.
Santa Claus is like, I walk around in circles and do stupid shit. I'm a stupid man.
Oh yeah, Santa Christ shows up for that episode.
Fucking Santa
Yeah, Rob
Christ.
Walker as Santa Christ, my favorite character from Kick-Ass again.
Oh my god.
Next up is Jungle to Jungle.
Why is this high?
Jungle to Jungle is bad.
It's pretty bad. Why is it bad?
Doug does like some sort of nature documentary gimmick. Partially, he kind of just like drops it and then picks it back up as it's convenient for him. I don't think he had any real like plan going into this one. It's a bad gimmick, but at least it doesn't have any guest stars.
This is true. Unlike
This
most
is
of
true.
the other episodes.
A lot of guest stars this season.
So many guest stars on season 5.
Next is A Simple Wish. I don't remember this, but I guess fucking Mara Wilson
She shows
saw
up, yeah.
the fact that he did a Thomas video and made fun of her, so she showed up. I remember he was like, this is shit because little Mara Wilson was dancing around and there's wizards and shit.
She shows up and
And then Mara Wilson shows up with her fucking tooth gap thinking she's all cool.
Mara Wilson like fucking
Shows up at the
shows
end
up
as a
and
cameo.
calls him like a sissy cuckboy. It's
In
really
front of a
fucking
bed
weird.
sheet on a couch, and then she shows old videos
She's
of
like,
Doug.
come on your face, daddy.
But she shows old
Come
videos
on your
of
own
Doug.
face, Dougie.
Oh my god.
It was pretty
She
cute.
shows Doug's old cringy videos before everyone else found them.
Hey Grant, did he ever give you a facial?
I came across some interesting videos from a little town called Bothell, Washington.
Bothell, Washington?
I was just trying to make good YouTube content, and that was it. Mara Wilson's like, you have shitty videos too from when you were a kid.
Ah, isn't it wonderful?
What a mess.
Dude.
So next up,
Up next is Signs. Why is that so high?
I don't know, because everything
Skits
in
go-
this season's horrible.
Oh yeah, he had the skit where the aliens talk, and that went on for like 4 minutes, and it wasn't funny. It was really, really not funny at all.
Yeah, don't forget about the fact that Doug thinks panning shots are pretentious.
Yeah, he kept adding a whistle sound. He's like, "Whoop."
He was like, M. Night Shyamalan is the most pretentious person ever, because he does panning shots.
Apparently that's a big deal.
Panning
What the
shots
fuck,
that
Doug?
a 4th grader could do. Okay, so pretensing this one. We put all the Star Trek movies in a block because it was too much of a headache to deal with. Just the same way that Doug did. But we'll give some brief thoughts about them. The next one is Star Trek 3: The Search for Spock. Some guy called the Sci-Fi Guy shows up in this one as a guest star. We looked up the Sci-Fi Guy, and he still has a YouTube channel with like 9 subscribers or something. 12.
Poor guy.
Fucking, I don't know, 130, some
More
shit.
than us.
Not by
Mine's.
much.
Let's preemptive this. Hey, Sci-Fi Guy, if you're watching this, we're sorry. about everything
Sci-fi
that
guy,
happens.
we're gonna put your name in the thumbnail so you find us like Total Drama Ricky, whose name will also be in the thumbnail. Thanks for putting us in your video, Total Drama Ricky.
Our notes say that someone got kicked in the balls, so I'm gonna assume that's the reason, but I don't remember why we picked this one as the best.
Genesis and the ballsack kick was a joke that Doug said like 3 times in a row about the dog, Genesis, and the ballsack kick.
I don't know, I was on my phone when all this was going down. Alright, Star Trek V, the final frontier.
The search for the final frontier. What was Star Trek V? It was a big nothing burger. They all are good.
Could be in soon.
Cubby, you need to sober up like 30%.
I would really prefer if you would be quiet.
This is entertainment, dude. Put me in a fucking ping pong suit and make me look like Golem for the rest of the video.
That would
You got
require
one of
too
those?
much work.
Alright, Grant, what's our
Here we go.
next film of the night?
Star Trek, the motion picture, the review.
Wow.
Doug invented the dab. Okay, there's a frame where Doug almost does a dab, and it's like predating the dab by like 4 years, and it's weird.
Do you think Drake used to watch Nostalgia Critic as a kid and stole it from him?
Yes.
Yeah. 100%.
Simple answer, yes.
Oh, the Angry Joe racism. Okay, so Angry Joe makes a cameo, and then Doug dubs over him in really bad Speedy Gonzalez. Look at me, I'm so Spanish.
Yeah, it's funny.
Hi, Critic.
Angry Joe? Oh, thank God. I thought you were Linkara for a second.
Yeah, I know. He's obsessed with Star Trek. He's a total geek.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So anyway, I wanted to point out why exactly the Klingons' heads look like that. You see, there's actually... I've been wanting to do this speech for years.
Engage overdubbing audio. Right.
Hello, I am Angry Joe, the fastest mouse in all Mexico. I like to yell and scream because I'm a stupid head and like to drink elephant urine. I have no friends, only my elephant urine. Does this incredibly racist accent offend you? Good! I don't even think it's the right nationality. That'll teach you next time to interrupt my review.
Nicely done. Now back to the review.
Then what
But
else?
to be fair, I mean, I guess Joe was in on it, so it's not like...
There are no jokes to make here.
No, there aren't.
Hobo
It's-
Doug shows up, by the
Star
way.
Trek, the motion picture, is a somewhat boring movie, which also just kind of makes it immune to jokes because it's boring.
It's also the start of the Star Trek block, and this is Doug saying, well, they say all the even number ones are the good ones, so I'll review the bad ones. And then it's really hard to watch.
Next up is Star Trek, what number is that?
9.
Star Trek 9, Insurrection. This episode's a lot to unpack. It's another con episode, as the worst of them tend to be.
Of course.
If we didn't get lazy and block all the Star Trek together, this definitely would have been pretty low. So just keep that in mind. It's a con episode, which is a bad start.
Yeah.
And there's a furry at the panel that Doug's hosting that might have been the genesis of Malcolm. Could have been an early Malcolm cameo.
It could have been Malcolm, we don't know.
Could have been a lot of people.
Linkara has a song in this one that he sings. For whatever fucking reason, every time Linkara shows up, he sings. And I don't know why. He's bad at it. He does it in Suburban Nights.
It was because...
I think he does it in Kick-Ass. He does it in at least one other Doug review.
Maybe he's proud of his voice? I'm not one to judge, I can't sing.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. Sci-fi guys here.
So we're gonna do this together so it gets done correctly!
So, let's not waste any time. Let's dive right into... Am I in this?
We all know how we feel about Sci-Fi Guy.
I'm sorry, Sci-Fi Guy, again.
Oh, don't be sorry.
It's another generic con episode with two bad guests.
Linkara.
Hello, I see you have a very nice penis there. Would you like me to rate it on atop the fourth wall?
Next is Star Trek 7, Generations. There were things like Screaming Hobo Dog, Big Lipped Alligator moment comes back, Mr. Plinkett did it better. Screaming and screeching and everything you'd expect Doug to do in his horrible fucking movie reviews.
The reason it was so low on the Star Trek block is because there was just so much screaming and no sound leveling.
Here's my theory.
Yeah,
I know
sound
a lot
leveling
about
on that
movie
one's
reviews
really
because the
horrendous.
drunk view format has never done this wrong. And we're great editors. Like, shout out to our drunk view of Logan. I'm gonna make it spooky in here so it looks like Scooby-Doo.
Next up is the Scooby-Doo movie.
Hold on.
Oh god. Oh god. Scooby-Doo was the least kind of meh, boring of the bottom tier.
Scooby-Doo is the end of Doug.
It is the last episode of Mr. Critic
Yeah, he
Ever.
does the Star
Ever.
Trek thing.
on season 5 out of 13 or whatever.
It was supposed to be the last episode at one point. The episode itself is just kind of generic, though. The episode, it pissed me up more than anyone else, but he rips off the end of The Next Generation at the end of this, as if the Nostalgia Critic and The Next Generation are even slightly comparable, but fuck it. What else would you expect from Doug, truthfully?
It was the end of the generation.
Was truly...
We have 3 more Doug videos before
last
we'll
of
ever
us.
get back to another Doug.
Next
It's not
up,
good.
we have Digimon the movie. Much like his Pokemon the movie video, Doug knows nothing about Digimon and spends the whole time complaining about how he doesn't know anything about Digimon. Someone named Jesu Otaku shows up, who is apparently a Channel Awesome person at some point, and is now a man, even though he was previously a female. And also Angry Joe's there for a little bit, and I don't like when Angry Joe shows up.
He literally shows up for 5 seconds.
Angry Joe,
Yeah.
Angry Joe monsters. Angry Joe is a Mexican.
Digimon theme slaps.
Not relevant, true.
Alright, next we have Total Recall. This video sucks because it's a con video. No, it's not. Is it a con video?
No, it just has
No.
the sci-fi guy.
Well, the sci-fi guy shows up.
He shows up again.
He talks about Total Recall.
That's
and
better, yeah.
the sci-fi guy shows up. There you go.
That's pretty much it. It was boring.
It was fucking boring, like every other fucking Doug video.
It just gets more and more boring the lower you get on the list. And it's so bad. Up next, we have Starchaser featuring Sage. It was boring.
Sage is some chubby guy who just ruins videos.
Starchaser is a movie that's Star Wars but animated, but before the Star Wars animation was a thing, and it fucking sucks.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Next up, we have this season's only old versus new. It's old versus new Manhunter versus Red Dragon.
I wonder why he only did one this season.
It's boring, as most of Doug's videos tend to be, but it is also probably the only time this season when Doug even makes an attempt at doing analysis, which is good.
Yeah, I mean, he talks at least. a
And
little
he
bit.
makes the reference.
What reference?
The Hannibal reference.
Oh, yeah.
He does the thing to a grin.
With the Chianti and the.
Can't pick up that damn coronavirus
I
mask so I can
can't.
cough in your
No,
face.
please don't.
Anyway, old versus new, Manhunter versus Red Dragon is bleh.
Bleh. Anyways, the next one is Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, which Doug thinks is the worst Indiana Jones movie.
Even worse than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Basically, this video sucks. He's just like, I hate Indiana Jones's girlfriend in this. Wow, I hate Short Round because he's a little... But you also have Team Snob, which is Cinema Snob and his 3 guys.
Version of
As
Channel
we all
Awesome.
know, I don't think very highly
It's not
of
just
Cinema
3
Snob.
guys. It's 3 guys and Rob the Robot. From
Right.
No, it's
DSS.
2 girls.
I was
2
going
girls,
to
2
point
guys.
that out. 2 girls, 2 guys,
It's,
and Rob for the NES. And I will point out that not only do I not respect Rob or fucking Cinema Snob's 3 friends, I don't respect Cinema Snob because, of course, we have beef. He does have a little nickname for me, which is really hurtful.
Are you trying to cancel Cinema Snob?
It's hurtful.
Hashtag
I'm not
Cinema
gonna
Snob
lie.
is over party. This review also
Anyways.
uses the freeze frame gimmick twice.
More than twice.
I thought it was twice, but
It could be
might have
three.
been
Yes.
It could be 2 or 3. I can't remember. Shit.
And Cinema Snob, I have one question for you. If you ever see this video, why do you have to be so cruel?
Up next, we have Mr. Magoo. Mr.
Fuck
Magoo.
Mr. Magoo, dude.
It's a lawn end skit again. These happen more and more frequently the lower on the list we
Pretty
get.
much every single one. The second he started doing the credits, the fucking ad skits, he started doing the fucking
Long
end skits too.
He also makes a lawn joke about fucking a chicken. Well, it's not a lawn joke, but there's a sound clip out there where Doug says something about sliding a cock into something and then pretends to fuck a chicken. And put that clip here.
Yeah, how long till he switches to the porno channel?
Next, I want you to put your big long cock inside me.
Well, okay, if it insists.
It's yours now.
Line it up so that it looks like you're the one jerking off the chicken.
And also, he did this weird thing where he animated chickens for a joke and also then something else.
His animated characters.
Can you
the
put like a
animated
little
chickens.
fucking After Effects character in here? Who's just like an extra little guy who like lays on the floor, just a little guy.
No.
Little man. Can you CGI Doug in the
Okay.
background?
Maybe.
Can you key out this wall and make it just a picture of Doug?
Number 24 is The Wiz. For those who don't know, The Wiz is the Wizard of Oz for black people, and it's also a musical. This episode features Todd in the Shadows as a guest star.
I do love Todd in the Shadows because he's a Mexican wonder.
He's
Is he
Asian.
Asian?
You can find pictures of him online. You can just put a picture of Todd's face right here.
Now put him over here.
He's a chunky Filipino. Line him up with Connor's head so it
Do you
looks
think
like Connor's
he's
Todd in the
Tracy?
Shadows. And then, of course, Lingara appears at the end.
Lingara.
My name's Linkara. Would you like me to rate your cock, kind sir?
Next up is Alien Resurrection. Doug does a series of impressions. As far as I remember, this is the first time Doug tried to do his mid-roll ads where he's like, it would almost be as annoying as if I put an ad here.
Yeah,
Then it's a
something like
blank
that.
screen for 4 seconds. Then he's like, yeah, wasn't that annoying? And then he starts talking on for like 25 seconds. Then the mid-roll starts rolling. I'm like, Malcolm, come on, bro. I know you're fucking Doug's 12 years a slave and dentured servant, but
Watch
maybe
the
you
video
can
and
work.
line up the
yeah,
fucking ad
line
break.
it up, dude.
He could easily just swim out of there any chance he wanted.
Why can't you just accept the incredibly rare fact that a black guy has died in a horror film?
When the last alien from this movie died, he put in the whole scene where it get like sucked out into space or whatever. But he like put the whole thing in and the alien was like screeching, and not only was the scene really annoying, but Doug would like cut away to himself screaming. And there's so much screaming and my fucking ears are permanently damaged because of stupid fucking screaming.
Every time the Neo alien was on screen, he'd be
Do
like,
the little
he'd
baby
do like
voice.
baby voice. He'd be like, "It's so innocent, like a baby. You're supposed to feel sad for it." And then he'd be like, "Goo goo gaga, I'm an alien." Like, holy
Doug
shit!
would like
just
wear an
end
adult
it.
diper and start just dropping loads in
Do
it.
you think
and
Doug
start
is an
shitting.
ABDL?
What's an ABDL?
Adult baby diaper lover.
I really love how they tried to make you feel for this thing you were introduced to in the last 10 minutes of the movie. Especially when they give him these big puppy dog eyes.
I just want to eat humanity and devour brains. Is that a crime?
Like Pamper Chew.
I wish I didn't ask.
Hey, have you ever heard of Pamper Chew before?
Put a picture of Pamper Chew right here
Please.
on top of you,
Please
so that people.
don't.
Can you CGI me into
Stop it.
looking like Pamper Chew for
Can
this
you
whole
deep
video?
fake Pamper Chew's face and body onto mine?
No.
Next
Up
video.
next is Patch Adams. This was not very good.
Patch
What
Adams.
was the notes?
Oh
Fucking
god.
Patch Adams uploaded terrible resolution. This was a re-upload because Doug took it down for some reason.
No, this
No.
was actually Doug's video.
He re-uploaded the video, but
They were probably rips from like old Blip TV.
he re-uploaded it when Blip TV went down. But for some reason, most of his videos survive in like horrible 480 quality, but this one's in like
120?
Like 110 or some weird shit, like 90p or something. Looks fucking horrendous.
Oh yeah, and then there's that cringe scene where he takes the movie and he pretends to spank it.
And then he mocks the death of the real life Patch Adams friend a lot.
Yeah.
Right. Well, he does it because in this movie they blasphemized his death with some random girl dying.
Whoops.
Still a little cringe either way.
Oopsies.
Number 27, the top 11 Nostalgia Critic F-Ups Part 3. If you've seen the rest of our Doug videos, we've talked very badly about this sub-series.
It's pretty bad from what I saw, season 5.
The entire sub-series is like, people point out mistakes in Doug's videos, and then Doug hand waves all of the mistakes, makes excuses, and pretends that he's super hot shit and that everyone who pointed out his mistakes is a neckbeard virgin who fucks animals and lives with their mom or some crap. And it's really embarrassing. This one is the least memorable. Like, I don't remember anything about this video, but just the fact that it's part of the F-Up sub-series is just enough to make it horrendous.
Yeah.
Like, nothing sticks out. At the end of the second one, he shot the fucking troll character. This one, nothing interesting happens, but it just, like, you know, it defaults to being bad because it's just a Doug ego stroke.
Yeah, he's just smelling his own farts with these kinds of videos.
He's like, technically you're right, but also technically you're very wrong.
He'll suck his own dick, and if he actually is wrong, he can't find an excuse out of
Well,
it. He
he'll
just
always-
says, "What are you guys, nerds?"
Well, he makes 11 spots, and he'll fill 1 or 2 of them with legitimate things where he's like, yes, I made a typo. I'm just a human. Sorry. And then he'll be like, the next arrow will be like, you guys are just nitpicking, and if you look at it from this perspective, I'm correct, and I'm really cool, and I have 100,000 subscribers.
Basically.
Yeah, basically.
Alright, next is Baby Geniuses 2.
Oh, God.
This is yet another convention episode. Basically, in this episode, Doug watches Baby Geniuses 2, which makes him go comatose. So,
Brennel Floss is there.
Brennel Floss and Uncle Yo show up.
Uncle Yo
favorite
comes back.
comedian, Uncle Yo.
And then there's this part of the video where Doug is speaking to his convention. We literally paused it for 45 minutes because every single person in the audience he could easily roast, and I literally think there wasn't a person in the audience we didn't point out and roast specifically.
There was like
they look very cringe.
6 people with cat ears, like 4 people with fedoras, gigantic whale women.
There were Sims, anime characters, fucking...
The guy
was Wario with cat ears.
Yep. Grant, if you can find a single solitary, even moderately attractive person, put them right here and give them a little gold medal. Like, you're the most attractive person who attended Doug's
Grant,
speech.
give me a gold medal. Right here.
50 Shades of Grey is mentioned 8 times.
50 Shades of Grey, and what's his fucking name? Who gives a shit in hell?
The fucking Dragon Ball Bridge people show up at the end.
Team 4-star.
And then they all read 50 Shades of Grey for like probably a good 3 or 4 minutes.
2 or 3, yeah.
And they just read it in funny voices.
What is
Doug's
50
like,
Shades
of Grey? I'm gonna read it in a
Grey?
Mickey Mouse voice, and then someone else is like, I'll
You know-
read 50 Shades of Grey in a
You know
Droopy
how
Dog
a
voice.
few seasons ago, every couple episodes, you'd be like, "This is worse than Twilight." He does the same shit with 50 Shades of Grey now. 'Cause this is 2012, and
The
50
episode
Shades of Grey
before
is
this
popular.
one, which was the movie themes, I think, also had a reference to 50 Shades of Grey because it was the new punching bag after Twilight.
Yeah.
It was a mess of a review. But it was only funny because of the audience at a con. Like most audiences at cons looked extremely cringe.
Yeah.
Grant, remember when you went to a con?
Yes.
Awesome Games Done Quick.
Yeah, Black Magic. Show a clip from Black Magic.
Help. All right.
Well, if you need a breather, I have a $20 donation here from the Bread Ghost.
All right, cool, thanks.
Were you in on
I was
Black Magic?
front row
Was it
watching Black Magic.
It was Crash Bandicoot 2, right?
Yep, Death
The one
Row.
where they kept talking about the suicide?
And killing
That was
everybody.
really awkward.
I swear I'm gonna become a psychopath and murder everybody one day.
Become.
I
It
commented.
was so bad.
I saw fucking Easy Skate made a video about the most cringe speedrun moments. And he
Was
brought
he on
up
it?
the Crash Bandicoot suicide run.
I probably get that video.
And I
right?
commented, and I said my friend was at this run, at the Crash Bandicoot run.
I felt bad for the guy. He did Sonic Adventure 1 before that, and the audience was like with him, and you could see his confidence building, and then Crash 2 just crumbled in on itself like a black hole of just cringe.
Put a clip of the chair sniffer here, just loop it.
Put all
for
three of
seconds.
those clips in here in case anybody happens to not know what we're talking about.
You guys are editors. You know what you're doing.
The chair sniffer is the #1 AGDQ moment of all time. And that's our rank of the best AGDQ moments. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. We got sidetracked mocking speedrunners.
Baby geniuses. Up next is the Transformers cartoon, the movie.
Now play
It's
that, the
not a movie, it's just a
Transformers.
cartoon.
Transformers! But Lion
Yeah, you gotta play
cover
the
for the
movie version.
Transformers.
You guys are putting so much extra work on this. Doug roleplays as Optimus Prime, and it goes on for 5 minutes straight. And then Cinema Stop shows up, and he's part of the whole episode. And it's also another con episode.
It's a con episode.
They're all con episodes.
But it's also one of those ones where he talks about like the first episode of Show where nothing happens and it just sets up the
It's the
characters, and
first
he's like,
arc.
nothing happens in this. It just sets up the characters.
I don't think he called it Revenge of the Story arc, but I think.
I don't think he did, but I believe.
But it was a Revenge of the Story arc where he did the 3-part More Than Meets the Eye arc.
Yeah.
But he really was just like, I couldn't be fucking bothered to watch anymore and talk generally about the show because I have a week to do this.
Yeah.
He couldn't be
and then
fucked to watch anything else but the shitty introduction
the
of the
skit
toy line.
is like so bad, where it goes on for nearly 5 minutes. I haven't timed it, but it has to be nearly 5 minutes, where he's role playing as Optimus Prime, and it's just like,
Yeah. And then there's the Lone Star screen joke, too.
oh, I almost forgot about that.
No, I am tired of doing all the work and having no personality. I want a story arc, something that gives me depth. I want a romance, yes, a romantic comedy, perhaps a relationship with the toaster. The toaster can be stuck up and high class. I will be quirky and getting into all sorts of antics.
And there's also the guy in the audience that goes, yeah, and it's really cringy. And I feel bad for that guy because he probably cringes about it, too.
All right, there's some hope for you yet.
So we're now at the end.
We have come, this has been a journey.
The last episode of Nostalgia Critic ever in our ranking.
Until after fucking 2 movies
Until
and
after we
demo
sit
reel.
through demo reel.
Yeah.
Heavy Metal features Diamanda as a guest star. I don't know what Diamanda is. I stalked Diamanda as best I can. I looked at her Twitter, his Twitter, her, I don't know. Whatever the fuck it is, it calls itself a lesbian. It may or may not have been a man at some point. It's horrible. He, I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't even know what to call it. I'm not even trying to be offensive here. I don't know what the fuck it's supposed to be. But Diamanda has the worst quality camera, the worst quality mic, dresses like the fucking Joker, is generally unintelligible because of its shitty fucking Irish accent. They review this fucking movie. Heavy Metal is essentially a fucking hour-and-a-half long music video, and they get pissy that it's not like a normal movie.
Yeah. They get really mad about, or annoyed.
It's so fucking stupid.
It's pretty dumb.
Diamanda is so awful, because half the time I can't understand what Diamanda is saying because of their shitty fucking quality, their terrible mic, terrible audio compression, terrible video quality, They're sitting in a pitch black room with bad lighting with clown makeup on their face for some fucking reason. And the other half of the time I can't understand what they're saying through their fucking shit-ass Irish accents.
You know what Diamanda
half the
looks
damn
like?
video I couldn't understand. Half
You know
of it.
what Diamanda looks like? Corey fucking Feldman.
The point of the matter is Diamanda sucks. And Diamanda still has a
His
YouTube
Corey
channel
Feldman
with like
looking ass.
Corey Feldman, aka Diamanda, has like fucking 2,500 subscribers, and I don't. Half the video is illegible because of the fucking accent, the quality, and the other half is dog.
So Aiden and Grant, what did you think of season 5 of Nostalgia Critic?
It was shit.
It's shit.
It was
This
shit.
is the worst one.
We're done here.
This is literally the worst one.
This was bad.
Okay.
It was the worst one.
The average quality probably isn't that much different from the rest, but in the other seasons, there's always been 1 or 2 videos that were okay. You know, there was Moonwalker. Moonwalker
Right.
got laughs on me. The fucking first Titanic cartoon video he made, it got laughs on me. Not because of Doug, keep in mind.
Clips, but...
The Titanic video I laughed because there's a fucking rapping dog on the Titanic. The Moonwalker one I laughed at because Michael Jackson fucks kids. You know what I'm saying? But every season had at least 1 or 2 episodes that were moderately funny, where if they weren't made by Doug, I would see them on my recommended, watch them, laugh once, not subscribe, and move on with my life.
Right.
This season does not have that. The best episode of the season is Ponyo, and it's fucking boring trash. There's nothing here. Doug didn't give a shit. He rushed through the whole season because he had the idea for demo reel and just wanted to get this season over with and move on to demo reel.
Pretty much.
And I hate it.
It was bad. It was boring.
I hate it as well, as a matter of fact. That's a weird coincidence.
That is a
just
weird
shit.
coincidence.
It's shit.
We'll see you soon for To Boldly Flee.
We'll see you soon for To Boldly Flee.
See you then. When that happens.
Catch you later. Catch you later.
Okay, now we need like 3 more
Yeah.
minutes of vaping that you have to cut out. Just
Yeah,
like,
this
it's
is the part where we get too lazy to sit up, so we just gotta lean back in our chairs. This all needs to get kicked out. Or
Yeah, you can't
cut
keep
out.
this vaping in. You can't show vaping on YouTube because it's bad for the kids.
This is where we're like,
It's
this
bad
is a
for
shitty
kiddos.
video. We should take it again, and then we do like a second.
Well, are you
take.
boys ready to watch To Boldly Flee? Nope. It's only, what time is it?
2 o'clock in the morning.
Truth be told, it really wasn't that bad. Yes, he did all the fedoric comedy you'd suspect, and I don't think I laughed once during the season, but that said, he did do a few funny school shooting jokes, as well as his standard pedophilic and slightly racially insensitive comments, which, even though it didn't make me laugh, it still did get a level of enjoyment out of me, and it did make Doug look like a massive asshole.